Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's review we're going to be taking a look at Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. Now this game is published by Bandai Namco and I just want to quickly thank them for the review copy. This is going to be available for the Switch tomorrow, 9th of May 2019, and it has been out for Steam for about a month. Now this is not like your standard or the Dragon Ball games that you are used to, which are normally fighting games. This one's actually quite a bit different. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission is actually a trading card game that takes place within the Dragon Ball Z world in a bit of a futuristic kind of manner where all the events have gone by, but all the heroes and not so heroes have been idolized in this trading card game that everybody's really into. And I think it's a cool concept. So before we talk about the cards, let's just talk about the game in general. Now, there isn't much to the game outside of the battle system because it is pretty much a trading card game. You've got your story, but obviously the story just composes of dialogue and trading card battles basically, which is obviously understandable. This is literally what these games are normally about. You've got your hub area where you can change mode, go on to online mode, arcade mode, story mode. There's a shop for accessories, there's shops for kind of card packs and stuff like that. And outside of that is just pure trading card battle, which is really cool actually. But yeah, let's talk about the actual battle system itself, because obviously that makes up like 90% of any game that's about trading card. Now the battle system is a bit of a mixture in between something like Gwent, where there's like multiple areas on the board. You've got your support area to stay back, and then you've got multiple layers of attack, and depending on where the character is, they'll recharge stamina or they'll use more stamina and convert it into attack power and stuff like that. I'm obviously not going to go through every single mechanic in the battle system because let me tell you, this is a complex game with a complex battle system, but a pretty cool one. So basically, like I said, you've got stamina management for each card. There are different types of cards. There are over 1,000 different unique cards, which is absolutely insane. Pretty much any character from the Dragon Ball Z universe you will find in this game, and I think it's absolutely amazing since each card has their unique attack, their stamina, their health, their abilities, you can even equip them with different accessories. So it's pretty cool. Each deck is composed of 7 cards, and like I just mentioned, you can equip each card with accessories to make them even more powerful. The cards don't die during the battle, but you do have to have a bit of stamina management. It's more about the stamina than anything else, but your whole team or you as a player have a certain amount of health points. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go all the way into the battle system because it's just quite complex, but it is pretty cool. Like every card's got its ultimate ability, each card's got multiple other abilities. It may sometimes depend what round you're on. Maybe an ability will only activate on round 2, maybe an ability will only activate if you've got like 3 different cards in the support area, which is the back area. Maybe 2 cards will fusion if they're the specific cards. Maybe you can team up 3 different cards to do a triple attack. It's just a whole bunch of cool things that these cards do, and it is pretty complex. And even though there's over 1,000 cards, they do all seem pretty unique in the way that they've got their own animation, hologram, and even some of them actually have the voice acting. Now, the voice acting in this game is only in Japanese. You can't play with English voices, which is, it's okay, I guess, but I personally do prefer the English voices. Maybe I don't prefer it just because I'm used to the English voices for Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, you only get Japanese voices in this game. Now, there isn't actually a lot of voice acting. Like the narrator, the guy that talks over the top of everything, is obviously voiced, and he kind of doesn't shut up, I guess. But like the individual characters and the cards and the heroes in the cards and stuff like that don't really talk that much, but that's fine. They do talk like when they're doing their absolute super ultra kind of big ability. but that's kind of the only moment they will actually talk. Apart from that, you've got your typical Dragon Ball kind of press the button really fast or press the button at the perfect moment. Don't worry, you know, it's not like going to break your controller pad like on some of the other Dragon Ball fighting games. These ones are actually very simple to max out. And I do kind of like, you've also, because we're on the Switch, you've also got like the different swipes, maybe make a C kind of form, maybe like make pentagram kind of form on certain attacks, swipe up, swipe down. And it's kind of cool and unique for each card and different types of abilities, but I think it does kind of get a bit mundane where it's kind of just like, do I really have to do this? Like, it's just, can I just not press the X button instead kind of thing? But, you know, it's not really a big complaint. Another really good thing about these, this game in particular, these type of games, obviously you get cards out of loot boxes, let's just call them. But in this game there is no microtransactions, so that is absolutely amazing. And I need to congratulate them for that in this day and age, for simply not having microtransactions in this type of game. Like, they could have easily put that in. Also, thankfully, you can pretty much get a loot box or multiple loot boxes after each victory in the story mode, so it's kind of cool. You're not going to be like never getting new cards. You can get new cards pretty much after every battle, and that's pretty good since there are 1,000 and plus to collect, so that's really cool. Now, there's not really much more to talk about, but as far as graphics go, you know, it's the typical cell shading. I wouldn't say it's quite up on the level of like the main Dragon Ball games, on the fighting games. I would say these are a bit downgraded, maybe because I'm also playing on the Switch. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but all gameplay here is on the Switch. But it definitely looks okay, you know. Something I would have preferred maybe is like when you're looking at a card, you kind of have to look quite hard if you want to know what each thing means. Whereas like on other card games, you can look at the card and notice exactly what its stats are and stuff like that. But it just seems a bit all crambled in on the card. But you obviously can press like the X button to get full details. But, you know, I don't know, that's just like a really pickish kind of thing, because there's not really much I can pick on in this game, to be honest. As far as the soundtrack goes, you can pick multiple of the Japanese Dragon Ball soundtracks to listen to in the hub area, and different battle themes, and you can pick whatever one you want to listen to. There aren't too many, but it doesn't seem to get repetitive with all the action going on in the background. Obviously, like, each ability from a card has got its own animation and stuff happening on screen, so that's pretty cool itself. And yeah, not really much more to say. It's just a trading card game, and it's a pretty good one at that anyway. It's kind of got me hooked. I wasn't really expecting to get hooked on this game, but because it's on the Switch, I can take it to bed at night and just chill. And it's just cool to open different packs and see your favorite character on a card and do his ultimate and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just a cool trading card game. If I'd have to give it like a score from 1 to 10, I'd probably go to a 7.5. And yeah, if you're into Dragon Ball, you're going to absolutely love this game, especially if you do like the trading card games. And yeah, guys, hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys.